Welcome on into the second episode of Prospect Outlooks. I'm your host, Joseph Potter, and today we're looking at Darian Mensah, quarterback, Miami, Florida. Now, this is an intriguing prospect for me because I really like what he does. He's got nice size, 6'3", 205. Yes, he needs to put on a little bit of muscle, but he has done some really good things over his 2 years in college football so far. And we're going to get into some of those things that I like, some of those things really didn't like, and we're going to get into his evolution a little bit. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it because from Tulane in 24, and then last year at Duke, he made some pretty good strides. And one of the things that he was able to do, let me get this out of the way here. One of the things he was really able to do well was keep his eyes downfield. See, and this also moves with his ball placement because you want his upper body mechanics straight up and down. And what he did from his time with Tulane, where he was able to keep his eyes downfield, he was able to correct some of his mechanics. And one of the big mechanics that I saw that he was able to correct was he took the ball, his hold, which was right about here, a little bit low, a little below the armpit. It's a lot lower than we would like it to be. So when he wanted to throw a long pass, it would be back here. So he had to do a chiropractor's appointment, probably pull a few muscles to get his arm all the way back there, get his body in position. Now, he did have some pretty nice touch, but he had to do a lot more to get that touch. Where now, he always had his eyes downfield, which, once again, I like. He's able to move, push. Now he's got the ball up here. You can tell it's not a perfect hold. It's right around the armpit. So it's a good hold. When he goes back to throw deep, doesn't have to put as much torque on the elbow. He's in a lot better situation. So when he's keeping his eyes down the field, you'll see him scanning the field. And he's got the ball up high enough to where he can make a quick throw. Obviously, I'm not going to do it in a way that would simulate it because I don't want to throw the football through my computer here. But up here, gets back quick. He gets that back quick. He's able to get it forward. Now, this also allows him, because he does keep his eyes downfield and he does have really good command of the ball, it allows him to use his athletic ability. He sees lanes very well. And he's able to get through. He's got good athletic ability. He's got good athleticism. So he's able to see the lanes, get through them. When he's looking for open receivers, he can get through the outside lane. He can get through the inside lane. If you want his best game that I think that I saw, it looked last year against Clemson. He did pretty much everything there. You can really see his improvement, his decision making, and how he really saw the field in that situation. And he improved a little bit from Tulane to Duke. throughout each season. So the ball went from here to here. And during the spring game with Miami, I saw that he actually had the ball closer to here. So he's making small progress throughout his time. This is going to be his junior year. I'm not sure how he got through without being redshirted, but he did. Now, another thing I noticed, I don't like, excuse me, what I don't like is that one, he's an inside the hash thrower. He's getting better at throwing the ball outside the hash marks, but he still has a little ways to go. He still overthrows some people. He doesn't have great command outside the hash marks. Something he's going to have to get better at. He also, one of the things he does a lot, he'll go running. He'll be here, he'll be good, he'll be looking. He keeps the ball out here, over here, throws it with one hand. Something I don't like is that even when he throws in the pocket, he'll take that guide hand away from the ball. And what happens when you take the hand away from the ball? Ball hits the floor. Not going to be able to do that in the pros. Those linebackers, other people, they'll get you. So I just wanted to demonstrate a few things there. But he also showed some inconsistencies in the spring game, some of which could easily be considered. He doesn't know his receivers. He's still getting used to things. Slightly different offense. And we also have to look at he's taken most of his reps from a shotgun. Now, next year he will take, I believe, if the Miami offense holds, he will take some under center. So we will see how he has improved in that area as well. The big thing, his throwing motion is acceptable. It is above average. As I pointed out before, he gets the ball up there. Ball is somewhere down there right now. But also his footwork. It's good for what he does. And what I mean by that is, like I said, he's always in the shotgun. I'm going to see because if he can at least have average footwork coming out from under center, as well as having good footwork out of the gun, then we will know what exactly he's able to do. So I do want to see more footwork out from under center. Right now, it's good, but it's not great. So I want to see him improve with his feet a little bit. And something I noticed, this is a really interesting thing. Most of the time, I'd be upset about this. Kind of like with the Tim Tebow jump pass. I always hated that. But here's the thing. He uses a lot of times for his short passes, he'll just use he'll just do that. Just a little reverse flip. Won't even put any effort into it. Won't put anything on his shoulder, won't put anything on his elbow. He'll just flip his wrist. Normally I'd have a problem with that, except he does it well. And he just doesn't loft it. He actually has some zip on it. So he shows, he has great wrist strength. He's got good hand strength. And thing, why am I going to be upset if something works? With 10 Tebow jump pads, it stopped working. I don't think something like this will stop working because it is a pass. It just, since it's done completely with a wrist snap, it's just quick. He doesn't even have to break it from here. If he has to hold up to his arm, little above his armpit, around his shoulder, doesn't even have to pull it back. Just go. So that's something I don't think is going to be a problem for him in the pros, simply because he does have good wrist strength, and he is able to get it down and go with it as in a strong situation. Now, what I do want to see more of, because he does fall into that category, he gets a lot of sacks. And I think it was 27 and 24 and 37 last year. Because he is a playmaker. And he wants to make those plays. But I want to see him, if he's got the running ability, he should average more than 2.5 yards a rush. So I want to see him get out of the pocket more and use that athletic ability to get downfield. I really like the fact that he keeps his eyes downfield, that he searches his lanes, he sees everything that's going on. But sometimes you have to stop looking downfield and just get downfield. If you got the athletic ability to do that, and you don't have to hold the ball, you need to do it. That's what some people take time to learn in the pros. Then you got Jackson Darts who just put their heads down and pray for the best and that they don't end up in the hospital with a fractured skull. So I actually prefer his style of play to Darts. Adds more to the longevity. But here's the thing that you gotta really look at is that he has a big thing he's gonna have to work with. He's got some young receivers. See, let's face it, Miami's always got some good tight ends. Always. Good pass catchers, good athletes, so on and so forth. But they just lost their number one wide receiver to the NFL. Who's going to step up and can he elevate this offense? We've heard Todd McShay and some of the other guys out there talking about how he's an assassin. Yes, he is. But he still has some things to clean up. You can be a 4,000-yard receiver and still have flaws. Or a 4,000-yard passer and still have flaws. And he does. I think he had close to 4,000 yards, 36, 38 touchdowns, and 6 or 7 interceptions last year. You can get the 3,600 or 4,040 without putting yourself at risk. He only has one rushing touchdown. Why does he only have one rushing touchdown when he's athletic enough to hit any hole he wants? And he keeps his eyes downfield so he sees the holes. But if he does that, then the safeties have to look at him and come in, and that leaves one-on-one on the outside so he can elevate those receivers. Because now if he throws deep, he's going to have more one-on-ones. So this will be better for the receivers if he can start using his athletic ability and hitting those lanes. So that's what I want to see. See him hit those lanes, hold on to the ball a little more firmly, and then see the one-on-ones to elevate that team, elevate that offense. Because you know they're going to have a strong running game. You know they're going to have strong tight ends. You know they're going to have a good offensive line. But what's he going to do with those wide receivers that aren't as strong? He had a good rapport with his guys last year at Duke. He's not going to have that this year. He's going to have to rebuild. We saw some of that in the spring scrimmage. So we're going to have to look at how he can get some of this going. And can he elevate the offense? I think he can. But I think there's going to be more that needs to be done for him to get to that point. And that being said, we've reached the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this thing on Darian Mensah, a little breakdown. And I hope that it may have given you a little bit of insight going into the college football season. So thank you for stopping around at my little corner of the road. And remember, the shout's on us.